Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you very much. My name is Kent. The channel is EOS San Diego, and of course I make videos about the EOS blockchain every single night. And if most people, if anybody's ever watched my videos before, they know by watching my videos that I'm very much a pro EOS person. I'm a big fan of EOS. I like EOS. I think it's a great project, a great platform, and it has a lot of potential with a big future. But every now and then I get a comment on my channel and people call me out for that, for being so, I would say, overly optimistic about EOS. And that's a fair assessment. So I want to read one tonight, and actually forget the glasses because I printed it out very, very small. And please leave comments, because I read every single comment, and I do not delete comments. I will never delete a comment. I want to hear what people say. And that's why I put these videos up every night, because I try to expose it to as many people as possible, because I want to hear what everybody says, because I'm interested. And you can always get a hold of me. You can either leave a comment, you can email me, and I even put my cell phone number up. And I've had a lot of people call me in the past, and I don't generally screen my calls. So if you ever want to talk to me, I'm pretty easy to find. Not to mention the fact that we are block producers for the EOS blockchain, so we're easy to find that way. We're also dApp developers, and of course I make nightly videos and we invest in the token. So I'm pretty available as far as EOS is concerned, and I think I'm pretty aware, or try to be fairly up to date as far as everything is concerned, especially from the perspective that we are about as involved with EOS as you can get from every angle you can be in. About the only thing we're not doing is running a decentralized exchange, but we're doing everything else. But anyway, I want to read this comment. It happens to be from somebody by the name of Jack, and the font's very small, so that's why I'm using the glasses. It says, "I respect your effort to put a video out every night, but it's not always positive news for EOS, or any other cryptos for that matter. Let's face it, EOS has a long way to go before your $100 party, and $100 is a stretch for EOS to conquer." Okay, the reason I'm reading that is because I respect what he said, and I actually agree with some of what he says, and I just want to address it because I want to give my true feelings about EOS without my overly optimistic opinion, but just a true evaluation of where we're at. Because obviously, as with anything, there's times where you don't feel as optimistic as other times. I mean, obviously when it's $25, or I don't know if it went to 25, but over $20, you're a lot more optimistic than when it's $5. Or you're a lot more optimistic when it's going up than when it's going down. So yeah, there's times where it's easier to be optimistic than other times. But my overall feelings about EOS is that this is brand new territory. We're on a new frontier. The blockchain is new technology. And as with anything, it's not always going to go smoothly. And of course, I could find things to talk about negatively about EOS all the time. I could get if I just was looking for views on this channel, I could make some pretty good videos about some stuff that doesn't necessarily sound good for EOS. I could do that. I've never considered it. I never would do that. The reason I would never do that is because there's a lot of people that already talk FUD. There's a lot of people that already talk negatively. And I decided when I did this channel, I was either going to be a proponent or an opponent. I was not going to be on both sides. I was either going to be a blockchain, I was going to be pro EOS, or I was going to find some other project to get involved, because I was looking to get involved with the blockchain. And I was looking to get involved in a way that we were just more than a casual observers. We wanted to get deeply involved with it, because we wanted to build something on the blockchain, because I was excited about it. I thought it was new technology. So when we found EOS, I said, this is what I really want to do. This is where I want to be. I want to study this blockchain. I want to build on this blockchain. Now we want to be block producers, or we are block producers on this blockchain. Please vote EOS San Diego #1 too. Please vote EOS San Diego #1. I'll put that in the comment. So yeah, I am kind of overly optimistic about EOS, and this person happens to notice that, and that's true. And I would agree with that. I am very optimistic about it. But my opinion about EOS isn't a narrow opinion. It's a broad opinion. It's opinion that's going over a period of time. And like I say, new technology will take time to develop. And it isn't happening overnight. So, and I think I've said this in my videos before, if you're mortgaging the house to buy EOS, and it's got to go up next month for you to make the mortgage payment, I wouldn't recommend it. If you're buying EOS a little bit at a time, averaging in, and you're looking to hold EOS for the next 2 to 3 years, I'd highly recommend it. So yeah, it's specifically for your situation, whatever it is you're doing. But I'll give you a little story. When I was a kid, I grew up on a farm. And we were in one of those particular bad times where it was really dry. I mean, we were reliant on rain for our crop. If we didn't get rain, the crop wouldn't do very well. And I happened to have a father who was very pessimistic. So the glass was never half full, it was always half empty. So we were in a particularly bad time one time, and we were driving around, and my dad was going on about how it's never gonna rain. It's never gonna rain. It's never gonna rain. And it, you know, just will never rain. And we pulled over one day, and there was a neighbor by the side of the road, so we kind of pulled over to talk to him to see what was going on. And my dad says, man, it's never gonna rain. And this guy looked at my dad and said, you know what? He says, it hasn't rained for a while. That means it's gonna rain big when it does rain. And I remember that stuck with me as a kid, because about a week later, we just got all kinds of rain. We got tons of rain. It just poured like crazy. So things don't always stay the same. Things go up, things go down. And even though EOS, right now, probably isn't looking like maybe it's going to be $100 in the near future, it's like this guy says, could be. I mean, maybe a long way off. Or it could break and run up to 30 or 40 bucks very, very quickly and be $100 very soon, and could be $100 by the beginning of next year. I don't know. That's what I'm predicting. But he's right. It may be a long way away, but it may not be a long way away. I happen to believe it's not. And there's another email, as I found this on our chat, that I'd like to read too. I won't need the glasses for this one because I've been bringing a font. And this one says, and I think I've read this on my channel before, but if I do, forgive me if you've heard this before, but this guy's name is Tom, I believe. And he says, well, Bitcoin has stabilized at almost exactly $14 a coin. I'm tired of waiting for a jump, so I'm taking the loss and getting my cash back. And I first read that, I thought, what in the world is this person talking about? I didn't understand what they were talking about. Bitcoin at $14? You know, I thought maybe I misread it, and I was just kind of scanning it until I saw the date. And it's hard for me to see the date right here, but I believe it's July 2011. So in July 2011, this person was tired of waiting on Bitcoin. They had enough. They chucked it. They said, hey, I'm gonna get my money back, even if it's at a loss, and I'm not gonna wait any longer. I'm done, I'm getting out of here. There's gonna be people like that with EOS. It's $5, hasn't gone up in a few months, it's been pretty much here. Nobody's talking too much good about it. Everything's just, you know, very negative, or very, you know, not too much happening. So I'm gonna sell, because I just don't feel like it's ever gonna go up. And they're gonna sell and maybe take a loss. But if you'd held Bitcoin a few more years beyond when this person sold, probably would have made a lot of money, especially if you had Bitcoin at $14. So that's the way it is right now. I mean, people are going to say negative things, and of course, you can find a lot of channels that talk negatively about anything, including EOS. And my channel, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to look for the $100 EOS. And when it gets to be $100, we're having a party. And it's not going to be a party where everybody sits around and codes. It's going to be a party where everybody celebrates, because we've gone through a long time together. And you've watched a lot of my videos, and there's been a lot of videos that you've watched probably of mine where you said, God, that guy's overly optimistic, and it's never going to happen. So that's why when it does happen, we're going to have a good party. And I hope to see this guy at the party, because it will hit $100, mark my words, and I'm willing to throw everything I've got at this and say that it is going to make $100.
What's going on?
How you guys doing? All right. All right, how you doing tonight? So anyway, it will be $100. Maybe these guys will join us. Thanks a lot.